When you're a teenager looking to build wealth today, you are essentially standing at a crossroads, and everyone is shouting directions at you. Down one path, you have traditional advice. Go to a university, get a degree, put a small percentage of your paycheck into a standard bank savings account, and wait 40 years. Down the other path, you have the social media feed. Influencers posing with rented supercars, telling you that you can effortlessly pull in $10,000 a month by age 16 without showing your face. If you're starting with $0 and zero established skills, following either of these paths will paralyze you. The traditional route ignores massive student debt and inflation, while the influencer route sells a statistical lottery ticket as a guaranteed system. To actually build wealth early, you have to tune out both extremes. You need an objective, mathematical way to measure what you put in versus what you get out. This chart measures return on investment. The horizontal axis tracks capital required. The vertical tracks time and effort. Mapping typical crypto hustles here fails. Low effort and capital yielding massive impact doesn't exist. Savings accounts sit bottom left. Low effort, zero impact against inflation. Building real momentum requires a two-part system: an active income engine to generate fast money today, and a passive growth engine to compound slow money for tomorrow. We start with Engine 1, active skill capital. This is where you trade your time and intense focus for a high-leverage digital skill. The math here requires very little cash. You might spend $500 on basic equipment or software, but the real cost is time. You have to lock in for 100 hours to get proficient at AI animation, copywriting, or community management. Once you have that skill, you package it into a freelance service. You are now equipped to charge clients $1,000 or more a month, keeping nearly all of it because you have zero physical inventory or ongoing overhead. The trade-off is entirely behavioral. You have to sacrifice the immediate gratification of video games, scrolling, and weekends out to sit in front of a screen and do the reps. When you are young, your bank account is empty, but your calendar is full. Converting that surplus of time into a high-income skill yields the highest return on your investment. On the other hand, some strategies demand serious cash up front. Take luxury reselling, for example. People are lining up for these brands. The secondary luxury market generated over $39 billion last year, meaning the profit margins on a single flipped bag can easily outpace a week's wages at a retail job. But entering that arena requires spending $1,000 or more just to acquire inventory. It also demands intense domain expertise. If you accidentally sell one counterfeit item, your business reputation goes to zero instantly. That brings us to the most traditional capital-intensive path of all, the 4-year university degree. Taking on $60,000 in debt for a hyper-niche program like golf management ties an anchor to your finances before you even start. Contrast that with an apprenticeship or a skilled trade, where you get paid to learn on day one and graduate with zero debt. Strategies requiring heavy upfront capital or massive student loans carry the highest barriers to entry, placing immense financial risk squarely on your shoulders. This chart demonstrates the mechanics of compound interest. It starts off remarkably flat for years and then spikes aggressively upward. This is Engine 2, the automated, highly disciplined deployment of cash into compounding assets. The input here is administrative. You set up a tax-advantaged account, like an ISA or a custodial IRA through a trusted institution, and you automate a deposit of just $100 every single month. By buying an S&P 500 index fund, you own a sliver of the top 500 companies in the U.S. stock market. Historically, that market returns about 10 to 12% annually. Leave it alone long enough, and the math guarantees you $1 million portfolio by retirement. The trade-off? It is incredibly boring. That money is locked away, totally inaccessible for buying a car, buying clothes, or upgrading your lifestyle today. There is a second, equally important passive strategy: getting a credit card the exact moment you turn 18. If you use it for basic expenses and pay the balance in full every single month, you build a flawless credit score for future mortgages. If you miss a single payment, you trigger interest rates that will bleed your net worth dry. If managing apps and index funds sounds overwhelming, you can sit down with a financial advisor at a traditional bank. They handle the strategy, but you will pay administrative fees every month for their time. The slow money engine works exactly because it removes your emotions from the equation. It relies entirely on time rather than your effort to build wealth. So how do you choose? It comes down to answering one simple question. What is your primary resource right now? If you already have a part-time job and some savings, but your schedule is tight, you are a pragmatist. Your optimal play focuses on the passive engine. Park your cash in a high-yield savings account and automate monthly S&P 500 contributions. On the flip side, if you have $0 but massive free time, you're an optimizer. Your focus should be 100% on the active engine. Spend your afternoons learning a high-leverage skill and securing freelance clients. Do not worry about investing pennies until you have actual dollars coming in. Crossing these paths is where people fail. If an optimizer tries to build a portfolio with $5, or a pragmatist tries to force a 40-hour side hustle on top of their day job, it leads to burnout. Eventually, these two systems have to connect. The active engine you build today must generate the cash that feeds your passive engine tomorrow. Trying to skip straight to the finish line with a hyped-up crypto coin actively ignores the mathematics of how money is actually made. But the absolute worst return on investment you can get is letting fear paralyze you into doing nothing, leaving both your time and your money uninvested. Look at your resources, pick your path today, accept the trade-offs that come with it, and let time do the heavy lifting for you.